Long enough to cover the subject and short enough to keep it interesting. Welcome to Outta My League. I'm Nick Diaz. Not since the announcement for the last season of Game of Thrones have I been so eager to see a schedule release. Hopefully this result won't be disappointing. But you know how in sports radio, those of you who listen to it, or sports commentary on television, whenever they're all sitting around talking about a game that's coming up, giving predictions, keys to the game, who will win, how many touchdowns, how many points, then one of the TV or radio personalities, they chime in with the following statement. Hey, that city in the desert, they have those brand new casinos and they got those hotels for a reason. Every single year they build up those new pretty buildings because they know what's what. That's code word for I have no idea who will win and I have run out of intelligent things to say in this conversation. That city in the desert has pretty buildings for a reason. As annoying as this kind of commentary is, other than its cliche, there is substance to it. Because when your money is on the line, ego does go out of the way because you've done your research. Same thing can be said with the NFL scheduling. Creating a lucrative television product is way more important to the NFL than any, and I mean any, other inferior professional sports league in America. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people crunching numbers for the NFL every offseason to see how they can schedule the right team at the right time on the right day. And do you know what this giant entity squirted out of its anus? The New Orleans Saints are on at least 7 nationally televised games, including 4 primetime games, 1 on Sunday night, 2 on Monday night, 2 Thursday night games, including Thanksgiving Day. The NFL is telling you the Saints drive our ratings, and we think the Saints still have a chance to be a big playoff contender post Drew Brees. In broadcast journalism school, they used to teach us if it bleeds, it leads. In television, the rule of thumb for the NFL is this: star quarterbacks equal ratings. Well, the Saints just lost theirs. They lost Drew Brees. And now they have Jameis, my guy, or Taysom Hill. Not my guy. Winston, he may be good. He may choke. But it doesn't matter. This lets you know what the NFL thinks of the entire roster that New Orleans has this season. But Nick, Roger Goodell hates the Saints. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. There might be some professional sports bettors in Las Vegas who could also hate the Saints. But when your bottom line is involved, those feelings go out the door real quick and you get smart real quick. The NFL's bottom line is also at stake now more than ever because the COVID pandemic hurt their salary cap and they need to make a splash this year with the television contracts. You better be a contender or have a star quarterback or a quarterback that's playing like a star. And they put the New Orleans Saints in 7 national televised games, 4 primetime and 1 on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day is so important to the NFL because your job as a fan on that day is to literally sit on the couch, be fat, and do nothing. And if you do that, the NFL makes everything. Money talks, bullshit walks. Special announcement. So for those of you who are wondering when am I going to do a long-form podcast show or long-form radio show, well, now I will. I was just hired a couple days ago as the full-time producer for 103.7 The Game in Lafayette. It's an FM radio station. They're an LSU affiliate and an Astros affiliate, but we cover all things Louisiana sports, so don't worry. The show I will be producing are 2 shows, RP3 and Company, which is 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. weekdays, and Footnotes with Kevin Foote from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every weekday. I'm unofficially the co-host of the first show called RP3 and Company. In other words, that's not in my contract. But when the show is called RP3 and Company, I'm the company. So you will get to hear me talk long form on live radio for 3 hours with Raymond, the show's host and manager, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. every weekday. I start training May 17th, and I will officially take over May 24th. So May 24th, I can guarantee you will hear me every single weekday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on 103.7 The Game FM radio. Now, we do record the show, and we do post a podcast on our website. So if you miss it or you're not in the Baton Rouge, South Louisiana area, you can find our podcast at www.1037thegame.com and other podcast apps that I'll tell you about later. So if you miss any one of those days, no problem. And later down the road, this is important, later down the road, once I get settled into the job and settled into living in Lafayette, I will be doing a Saturday morning show from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. just by myself. Now, let me say this. That's not official yet, but it is something that they will have me do in the coming months, definitely before football season. So someone asked me, Nick, congratulations on your job, but, oh God, does that mean you're going to have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning? And I just looked at them and said, I get paid a full-time salary to watch sports and talk about it. Not sure where I have room to complain. But I'm excited, so come listen to us. 103.7 The Game FM in Lafayette. Thanks for listening to Out of My League. If you like what you heard, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or follow me on Twitter and Facebook in the description link below.